Now behold, one came and said to him, Good teacher, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? So he said to him, Why do you call me good? No one is good but one, that is God. But if you want to enter into life, keep the commandments. He said to him, Which ones? Jesus said, You shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness. Honor your father and your mother, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself. The young man said to him, All these things I have kept from my youth. What do I still lack? His response, okay, so Jesus, this guy, this rich young ruler, runs up to Jesus and tells him, What do I have to do to inherit eternal life? And Jesus comes back to him and he gives him the law. And the guy says, What? I've done all those things. What do I lack? And it's not a question like, What do I still lack? He said, What do I lack? And Jesus, perceiving the idol in the young ruler's heart, says, basically, this one thing is what you lack. One thing that you lack, he says, if you want to be perfect, go sell what you have and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven, and come follow me. When the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. The rich young ruler's prideful claims and selfish attitude reveal how he's made an idol of his wealth, and he's broken the first commandment. What is it for you? I want to ask you, what is it for you that you cannot seem to get rid of? What is the one thing for you? What is the one thing that you can't destroy in your life? What is that one thing? For Christmas, I got a pot. You guys like my pot? I love my pot. Chasey looks at my pot and he's like, dude, it's a pot. But I cling to it as if it were my life. And isn't that how we are with some of our sin, some of our destructive habits? Some of our, you know what, like Pastor Philip said, we make idols out of things like even sickness. We make idols out of things even like depression. We make idols out of laziness. We make idols out of all sorts of things. And we cling to them and we act like they're so important. And another person is looking at us going, dude, it's a pot. But it's my pot. And we can't see it. We just don't see it. That it's hurting us, that it's destructive, that it's defective, but we cling to it. So what is it for you? What one thing that in 2010 that you could say, God, I want to just finally, once and for all, destroy this thing. Get rid of it. The decision that you make every time you cling to the pot is that the pot is more important than your actual life. That the thing that you love is actually more important than you. You've made a decision to exalt that thing over yourself and over God. Have you ever thought of it that way? That sin, that thing that entraps you, that you can't seem to get rid of, you actually believe. Now, you wouldn't say this. I don't think any of us would say it, that it's more important. I would not say that this pot is more important than my life. But I cling to some sins like they're the most important thing in life, that I cannot get rid of them. So how about you? Are you a person of the same old, or are you ready for something different? Are you ready for something different? Are you ready for something amazing? Are you ready for an abundant life? Are you ready for what God can do when He gets a hold of you, when you let Him have a hold of you? Are you ready for that? I don't know if some of you are. I think some of you are still clinging to your pot. And this year is the year that you choose to break the pot. This year is the year that you take that pot and you shatter it once for all.